Hello, and welcome back to MAИZ, the space where we distinguish what truly matters in our growth, healing, and everyday life. I'm your host, Zaina, and today I'm going to show you why you should mind your own business. Do you remember that friend, that family member, that colleague that started their healing journey before you? And if you're the first one in your environment that started that quest, I want to tell you that I hear you, I feel you, and good luck because it is lonely. Okay, so that friend, when they started their healing journey, I'm pretty sure they tried to pull you with them, they tried to advise you, they tried to just show you how beautiful this whole thing is of healing. But when did you actually start? Where did your desire of changing, of starting your growth, to change your everyday life, to heal, where did it come from truly? I'm pretty sure it came from within. It is when you have decided yourself that, oh, it is time. It is time to wake up. It is time to change everything about my life that is hurting me or hasn't been serving me. And the same goes for everybody else. Anyone would only start when it comes from within them. Anyone would start when they make the decision. Anyone would start when they are ready. So you should not be the controller of their healing journey. So when you embody the identity of a savior, you're stuck there. You put yourself on a pedestal and you take on the identity, and it is with you your whole entire life. And people will start seeing you as such. Mr., Madame, Savior. And you know what's worse? Is the fact that the universe will start seeing you as the giver. You only give. I give this one an advice, I give this one a tool, I give this one a speech, I give this one a whole day of trying to pull them out of something they're not willing to put themselves out of. So the universe will see you, will identify you as the giver. You give, but who's gonna help you? Who's gonna give you? Well, of course, it's God. Definitely. He's the helper, He's the savior, He's the giver. But God put some rules in the universe and some are absolute. When you give, you take. And when you take, you should give. When you're the savior, that's all you are. That's all you become. Because that's what's expected from you, from people, from the universe, and you know what's worse, from yourself. You start expecting to be the giver and the savior, which you're not and you're not supposed to be. And you start losing the identity that you've been trying to build for yourself in front of others, and again, what's worse, in front of yourself. And there is something else that is as dangerous, and for me this is maybe worse, because you start seeing this person you're trying to quote-unquote save as a failure, as a nothing, or as a living life wrong type of person. And who do you think you are to do so? You enter their business, their life, and you try to mold it the way you want, as if you have the absolute control over their whole being. No, this should not be the case, because you have absolutely no right over nobody's life, even if it's your kids. So you should mind your own business. And this is something I'm going to say more than once in this episode. This did happen to me, of course. At first, I was trying to help everyone. I was trying to pull everyone in with me. I was showing everyone what to do, how to get over something that is hurting them, or showing them light, or even helping them physically to get over something. And then when they don't follow my advice, which most of them don't, because when you are at a certain conscious level, you don't typically agree or just understand what others suggest you. You don't really go with or see the truth or the light in what other people are trying to show you. So it is normal for them not to follow my advice. It is normal for them, it is natural for them not to agree with me or do what I tell them to do, even if they ask for it. And sometimes I gave them everything without even asking for it. So then I get mad. And I'm like, at certain points I was like, why? Why would you do that? Why am I even doing this? Because they refuse my help, they refuse to take my hand, while I'm reaching for it without them asking. It's not like, oh, hey Zainab, I need your help. What do you think about this situation? Oh, this happened to me. What do you think I should do? It's just me hearing that something happened to them and I go running. You know what? You should meditate on this, and you know what? You should take this, and you know what? Maybe if you start behaving this way, or maybe if you change the way you think about something, you will. They don't do any of that. And it is also natural for me to get mad because I haven't understood that yet by then. And then I realized it should stop. And this one I realized that I should mind my own business. They say the road to hell is paved by good intentions. Well, I don't typically agree with this quote, but in this situation I can see why. When you try to help someone, or more like save someone, they are so often resistant. It's because they don't want to be seen as less than, because that's what happened subconsciously. They feel like you're seeing them as less than yourself, for example, or whatever they're living is not worth it. But also, they don't want your things, your traumas, your story, your whatever projected onto them. When you think I need to change this person, you're thinking that they are less than, and they are not worth it, and they're not worth living the life they are living. They are not worth the experience, when actually everyone has their own experience. And when you try to save them, you're simply saying you're not good enough. All of these things come from good intention. You truly, from the goodness of your heart, you truly just want people to see some of the light you've seen. You just want people to see how far you've come, and you want them to go as far as you did. But here's the thing. Are you, yourself, completely healed? The answer is always 100% no. Nobody is fully healed. Nobody is fully healed. Maybe from a situation, maybe from a specific trauma, maybe from a specific experience, yes, definitely. But we have so much going on that we could never be fully healed. We have so much archives. We have so much things that are stuck in our subconscious, and we're gonna talk about this later, that you can't simply just heal like that. Even after 10 years, even after gazillion years of healing, there must be something that is still going on in there. And that's fine. It's not like it's dangerous, or you don't have the right to have that as someone who's trying to heal themselves, of course. But what if that person that you're trying to save is experiencing that thing that is still not healed in you? And you just don't know about that because you haven't reached that level of consciousness yet. It could happen, and it actually does happen very often because it's a mirroring thing. You just see yourself in other people and you try to save them. Now, I've taken some notes that talk about what science said about these things, and one of the theories is called emotional contagion. It's neuroscience, so I'm going to try and read it for you just as is, so I don't say something that is not right. Emotional contagion of neuroscience, neuroscience of mirror neurons says, Humans unconsciously catch each other's emotions. It's information that we share. We are not just our bodies, but we are information all around us that we share, and that proves sometimes why you suddenly do not feel good after you've been with around people. And we'll talk about that later in the subconscious mind thing. So unconsciously catch each other's emotions. If you're still in pain, which is mostly the case, if you're still in pain, your attempt to fix others can transmit stress rather than healing. And that's right. Because if you're still struggling yourself, you are still trying to, well, quote unquote, fix, though that's not what you do when you heal. You just try to go back to the zero. You end up just giving the bad things to that person that hasn't started healing yet, and you're just making the situation worse. And that's why mind your own business. This goes as far as someone asking for your help. Yes, you should not ignore them. It is your duty to be present. These people, most of them will still not do as you told them to do, because all they needed was someone who's present. All they needed was a listener. And this is where you should distinguish between someone who deserves or someone who needs, more like needs, not deserve, because everyone deserves, needs your time, your energy, and your knowledge for help, or someone who just wanted your presence and your ear. Because at the end of the day, you can't ignore someone who's crying for help. You try to change your parents, your spouse, your children, your friends, your family, your neighbors, because you care, because you love them, because you want every goodness that reached you to reach them. You want to bring them with you. You just want that goodness to be shared around the world, because you want to share something that is so deep in you, this happiness that's starting to emerge within your life to everyone. And trust me, it will. One condition: if you focus on your own healing, on your own journey, on your own experience, because what we said just earlier, we tend to get people's emotions, feel them, absorb them, be them. So if you're happy, around you will become happy, because you will be healed and your happy will be stronger than their sad. It'll reach everyone at the end of the day. Everyone, everywhere you want it to reach. Because at the end of the day, my goals, whether they are physical or spiritual, they should reach myself, my family, my friends, my close ones, the people I'm involved with, the world, and the universe. And this is very important for success. My goals should not be my own, selfishly my own. So if your goal is healing, they should involve others. But the way to do it is to be focused on yourself, because it'll reach at the end of the day and people will start following you, will start following your ways. Maybe be curious about what you did, how you reach that level of consciousness, of happiness, of peace, of alignment. People will start wondering, or here's what's gonna happen. And because personally it did happen. You'll start seeing people getting more conscious and better thinkers. They start making better decisions when you were not involved, because somehow your energy reached them. I'm not saying it's because of me or because of you or because of anyone. It's just them taking their own path and experience and leveling up in their choices. But it goes back to the fact that you've started it. Whether they followed you or not, we don't know. But you'll end up seeing the change. You'll end up seeing the lights in other people. Because when you heal, everything around you starts healing as well. And everything changes. It is all to distinguish between helping and saving. Well, there is nothing wrong with helping. There's nothing wrong with answering someone's calling for help. But everything is wrong about saving, because when you save, you control. And when you control, you lose everything, because it is not your duty, it is not your role, it is not you to control. Neither it is anybody's. So help, yes, good luck with that, but stop trying to save and stop saving. Well, not money, you save money, of course, but stop saving people. In terms of healing, hey, if someone needs saving their lives, you do save their lives, of course. But please understand that what I'm talking about here is healing. Don't save people to heal them. It's their experience, and it is their job, it is their business to heal themselves. It is an individual job. So maybe guide them, help them, etc. when they call for it, but don't be the controller. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to follow and subscribe to join me in this healing quest. And don't forget to distinguish. MAИZ.